Hello and welcome. You're watching NDTV Vlogs. I'm Sanket Upadhyay. Is Joshimath sinking? Imagine a whole city just caving in. Now, I'm not being alarmist. This is a fear. The people of Joshimath feel that their city is going to just collapse. Is it under its own weight? Or does it have to do with something else? Perhaps the construction of a tunnel by NTPC, the National Thermal Power Corporation? Or does it have to do with construction of roads? Does it have to do with a lot of development projects, under construction buildings? We have to understand that we are talking about a city which is in the Himalayas. It is at a very high altitude. Now, usually whenever there is construction at that height, or whenever we talk about any city in the Himalayas, this is definitely very, very fragile. The terrain is slightly treacherous. There is also an issue with the seismic activity. Joshimath and this entire region falls under seismic zone 5, which means that it is very, very prone to earthquake. And on top of that, we have a lot of these activities that are going on: road construction, heavy building construction, some blasts that have to be done to clear off the boulders so that road can be constructed, or anything that can be constructed. As of this moment, what has started to happen is, over the past few days, a lot of residents over there have complained that they woke up to find out that their homes have cracks, and huge cracks. Not minor cracks, I mean cracks this big. Imagine a crack running through your house this big. This clearly means that something is unstable. The ground is shaking. Now, why is this happening? So, as of now, we do not have any official reason as to why this is happening. But the locals who are up in arms and they are protesting have a feeling that this may have to do with a dam project, with a tunnel construction project which is taking place at a much lower height. So you remember the Tapovan project of the NTPC, and you must also remember that a few years ago it was exactly at this place where a lot of people died because muck and water entered this tunnel, and people were carrying on with the construction activity, and it was a huge problem. A lot of people lost their lives. Now, it is believed that this tunnel and its construction is right under Joshimath, which means, I mean, if this is a mountain, that's where the construction is taking place, and this is where Joshimath is. So any movement that will happen here in an extremely fragile ecosystem of the Himalayas is bound to cause some problem at the top in Joshimath. That is what the locals are saying. The other reason that the locals associate with the cracking of their houses and muck and water flowing on the streets. Imagine there is a main road of Joshimath which has developed cracks this big. There is a crack in the road, which means there's something which is moving underneath. So they feel that it could be because of rampant construction activities that are taking place, and also a bypass road that is being made, so that right now you see what happens is Joshimath is your gateway if you want to travel to Oli, if you want to travel to the upper reaches of the Himalayas, the Valley of Flowers. So you have to cross Joshimath. And the point that is being made is that in order to cut the time to go to these places, to relieve some tension from Joshimath traffic related stress, a bypass road is being constructed. And when you do that, you're trying to build a road at the very toe, right, at the very lowest level of the mountain, on top of which the city is located. And when you try to construct roads, you're basically cutting off or chipping off at the bottom. And when you do this exercise, then obviously there is bound to be some impact at the top, because we are not talking about plains, we are talking about a mountain. Anything that is done below is going to have its impact at the top. Now, all these things are a subject matter of study. People are anxious and nervous because they feel that they may lose their lives. As simple as that. That suddenly a whole city will cave in. It's an old city. It will cave in. People and their houses will cave in, and people may die. That's a fear. A lot of people have started leaving Joshimath also, started deserting. They're packing up their stuff and loading them on trucks and leaving. At a time like this, what should the government do? We're hearing that the Uttarakhand government has now, Pushkar Singh Dhami has said that he himself will go to Joshimath. There is a team which will ascertain the cause behind these incidents. Why is this happening? And what can be done to fix it? The only thing is, time is of essence here. You can't wait endlessly, and this entire exercise will have to be expedited. Is that happening? Well, the pressure is on from the locals who are leading protest marches in Joshimath. That's all the time we have. We'll be back with some more explainers, some more news updates. Thank you so much for watching.